goddamn communication arts major. Emphasis on radio, TV, and film. At the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
My degree is absolutely worthless.
And here you are
No, it's not.
on a curling podcast.
You spent a lot of
Here
time.
I am on a curling
Yeah,
podcast.
making
Look
use
how
of
far
that.
you've come.
Making use of that degree. You spent a lot of time over in Vilas Hall.
Yeah, I did. Accurate.
Hey, curlers, welcome to CurlingNation Season 2, Episode 14. That time Tom almost died. Today on the show, we're talking with superstar lead Tom Howell, the, what do you call it? The greatest curler, or the greatest lead that can throw a hit?
Best hitting
lead
USA
ever.
Yeah.
Best hitting
something.
Listen to the interview.
Yeah,
It's better.
listen to the interview. Best hitting lead. I'm Joel Dietz.
Mike.
Craig.
Thanks, guys. That's great.
Yeah. No. That's what we bring to the show, Joel.
Yeah. So the getting into updates, U.S. men finished 4th at Worlds.
Yep.
In Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Sin City.
In Vegas, which is pretty good for their first time at Worlds.
First time Worlds, they beat
First
Canada.
time
Beat Canada. Woo!
Woo! First time men's worlds.
Yeah. Hard to beat them. Hard to beat them. Hard to beat Canada twice.
Yes.
They
But
beat a lot of those teams twice.
yeah.
But they beat Canada once, so
Yep.
let's call it a win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Call it away.
Yep.
Good luck to Matt and Becca playing at Mixed Doubles Worlds in Geneva.
Yes.
Coming up soon.
They're like halfway through by the time this gets published.
Yeah, by the time this
maybe,
comes
yeah.
out, they'll be.
They're doing great.
Games at
Good luck in the playoffs, guys.
look out for games on Peacock and Olympic Channel.
Yep. Accurate.
My wife won the club championship.
Yeah, she did.
Lynn won the Masson Curling Club Ladies Championship.
Congratulations to Lynn Brown, who won't listen to this podcast.
The
She
Champagne
won't.
Cup. The Champagne Cup.
She was so nervous.
What you?
She was so nervous. Like, it's great. It was funny. Not funny. It was fun
Yeah.
to see somebody who cared that much about winning a game.
I was
Because I haven't cared that much about winning a game in a long time. And she was all nervous and pumped up because she's just not overly experienced. But
Right.
so she's asking all these questions like, "What I do wrong? What I do wrong? What shots didn't you like?" And I'm trying to tell her, and it was a fun experience. But she won, so she was
Nice.
pumped.
Yeah, I was out with some buddies and stopped down at the club about 10:30, well after the games were done, and she was there, chatted for a while. She was pretty pumped.
Yeah.
Pretty pumped.
She just got a
Pretty cool.
text message from Schuster too yesterday saying
Nice.
I heard you won the club championship.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations. And
Hell
then
yeah.
my chair just freaked out. And then her reply was, somebody has to keep the Brown name relevant. Like, all right.
Well played, Lynn.
Yep.
Well played.
That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
send her a text tomorrow that just says "Well played, Lynn," and she'll be like, "What?"
Keeping the
Here's
name
the story.
relevant.
Yep.
I like it.
That's
great.
U21 is going to get underway in Stevens Point
Nice.
pretty soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
That'll be partway through
2
the week
weeks.
too by the time this gets going.
I lost. Yeah, I lost the first event at the Stevens Point mix a couple of weeks ago. First event championship game.
Good showing.
It was.
Who'd you lose to?
Matt Davis, Terry Davis.
Yeah. Okay.
Who else was on that team? Becky Reinhardt
Okay.
and the Eric Nielsen.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a fun team. Lost in the ninth. Probably a couple of
Extra end loss in the
extra
championship
end
final.
loss in the championship final.
Oh man.
Stung a little bit, and we had the hammer. And,
Who'd you play with?
David Solheim, Kate Bland, Emily Lowe. Great team. We had a lot of
Solid
fun.
team.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Great. Super awesome club. Ice could have been better, could have been worse.
All right.
So, yeah. It was a super fun club, though. Great new club.
All right, we got the updates on the contest that you started, Craig. The
Oh, yeah.
the Banff name. contest.
Yeah, did you start? We kind of.
Well, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, we started together. I offered up a prize of.
I think
you offered up a prize of one koozie if somebody could come up with a word that had NFF as consecutive letters.
Yeah.
And I am begrudgingly awarding some to somebody because wasn't it just a town though?
It was a Welsh town.
Yeah, I wanted a word, not a place, but whatever.
Yeah,
it was
Jake.
Jake Will. Thanks for listening. Longtime listener, close friend to the show.
Yeah.
Good guy all around. Football referee.
Yeah.
Engineer, I believe, or architect. Architectural engineer. Let's call him. He designs building things. And he's just in general a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
So if I run into him, he gets a couple koozies. He's the winner.
Yeah. I will fund sending a couple of koozies to my buddy Tyler Smith. Because admittedly, it's kind of cheating, but not really cheating.
He got Banff as the root word.
He texted me the word Banffia, which is apparently an extinct genus of some sort of animal. I asked him, I'm like, because he sent me the other two that I think Jake sent. Also, John Landsteiner's a cheater for sending us a bunch of acronyms that had NFF.
Landsteiner blows.
Well, I wouldn't say he's a cheater. He didn't send us real words. But Tyler sent me that.
It's got Banff as the root
BANFFIA. I said, what is? I said, where is Banffia? It's not a place. It's a genus of animals. And he said they're extinct. I said, all right, well,
that's more of a winner.
Yeah, it's more.
I'll donate a koozie to that guy.
I will fund sending Tyler a couple of Steve's Curling koozies.
Okay, great.
So we'll work that out.
Landsteiner's still a cheater, but whatever.
Exactly.
I like him. He's got bears in his yard these days, according to the Facebook.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, they're destroying his bird feeders,
bird feeders, yeah.
Good luck with that, Lance.
Yeah.
And build a new garage.
Yeah. All right. So,
all right. Let's get into the show. We got a great show with Tom Howell.
We do some trivia. Have some fun.
Trivia's fun.
Trivia's fun.
Trivia's fun.
Get your pen out.
Yep.
Yeah, play along with us. Play along.
See how many points you get. I'm guessing it's going to be more than 6. So, anyway. Here we go.
All right, we got another new guest. I don't know if we're wrapping up the season on this one or we got one more. It doesn't really matter. He's one of the young bucks. He's one of the new guys, new kids on the block, if you will. He's fresh off the Worlds. I think Hamilton called him one of the best peeling seconds in the game. Welcome to the show, Tom Howell.
He plays lead.
He plays lead. Whatever. Plays lead.
He can still peel, though.
He can peel off his own rock.
I don't know. Who do you call the best peeling Benner?
Best peeling lead?
Best peeling lead.
Tom Howell.
There you go. It's Tom Howell. Tom, welcome to the show. I already screwed it up. That shows you how professional we are.
I'm happy to be here, and if this is how you're ending your season, I'm honored to potentially be the last, maybe. But my teammates call me the best hitting lead in the country. Whether that's true or not, they like to say that because I think I maybe throw one hit per year because I can't make any hits, so I got that going for me.
Sweet action. I think in Omaha I threw 3 in 10 games. I think I threw 3 hits.
How's your tick game? Is your tick game pretty strong? No.
It depends on the day.
Got it.
If it's the out turn, I'm probably an 85% chance to make it. In turn, 50-50.
Oh, all right.
Now everybody knows your weakness.
Everybody knows.
You didn't have to ruin that.
I thought we were having drinks. I thought we were just talking and having drinks amongst friends.
Well, we are. The good news is that nobody else probably listens to this, so we don't have to worry about everybody aiming for your interns now. So
cheers.
Yeah. You're fresh off of the Worlds at Vegas. This is your first Worlds. How was your experience as a whole?
First men's Worlds. You've been to Junior Worlds.
Well, you've been to Junior Worlds. True. Fair.
Yeah. Tough to be in Vegas for 11 days. That's what I'll say. long time to be in Vegas, but it was a blast. I mean, the event was put on really well. We owe a lot to the Orleans and Boyd Gaming for putting it on. They were one of our sponsors for the week while we were there, and we had a blast. We played well. Kind of struggled through it at the beginning of the week, but kind of found our stride. But all in all, overall experience was good. We were itching to get an opportunity to go play at the men's, and we were happy to do it, and it was a lot of fun. So
Nice.
I think you guys played really well too for your first Worlds. It was, it's a bit of a overwhelming, or can be a bit of an overwhelming experience. And right now, everybody in the U.S. is kind of living in the shadow of Team Schuster, so it's like just this little extra thing that's hanging out there. But I thought you guys handled it really well throughout the week, at least I watched almost every game that I could, and it looked like you guys on the ice did a great job of managing all that.
Oh, I appreciate that. It like you said, we haven't had many opportunities to go and do this. So to get out on the world stage and play, we played internationally plenty of times and played most of these teams at least once, a couple of them several times. So the Worlds is just a different stage, and it's a really long week, and it's a mental and physical grind. I mean, we played, I think it was 15 or 16 games. It was, I've never played that many games in my life, so it was good to go get that experience of what a grueling World Championship schedule is like. A lot of back-to-back games. It wears you out. I mean, by Tuesday, you're wishing it was Saturday or Sunday, because you're just playing 6 hours, 2 games in 6 hours, and 10 end games. It's tough. So,
yeah. And you guys basically played the max, right?
Right.
I mean, outside of having to play in a tiebreaker.
There were 12 teams there.
Right.
Full round robin, and then quarters, semis, bronze game.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. So saving,
There are no tiebreakers.
There aren't anymore, are there?
In World Curling Federation even, so you played the max.
That's pretty good.
We played the max, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So it was fun.
Who, did Alex play at all?
He did not get in. We had a lot of close games, so we were looking for opportunities to get him in. And we started kind of rolling, and we unfortunately, he didn't get in any games.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's tough. I've been in both situations where I was on the team playing, and when I've been in the fifth, and it's kind of a weird deal. And you just gotta, if the team's rolling at all, you just have to accept that you're not getting on the ice and be cool with it. And I think that, based on his personality, I would assume that he was totally cool with it, knowing that situation. But
absolutely, he's one of the best at being supportive and being there for teammates. I mean, after games, if somebody had a tough one, he goes right to him and picks him up and makes sure he's hanging out with them and just being his normal self. He kind of carries that weight. If we're having a tough one, he makes sure he carries that with him to make sure the rest of us don't have to carry it, which is really good. He does a really phenomenal job at that.
I wasn't really paying attention. Did he wear his pit vipers much? Because he looks like a dingleberry when he does that.
He does.
We wish,
Yeah.
but with some of the cresting rules there,
For fuck's sake,
Oh.
you couldn't do that, huh?
wasn't as kosher. But
Got it.
He pulls them off. He looks
He does
damn
not.
good.
Stop it. He does not pull those off.
Come on, I'm supposed to. I gotta pump his titires.
Yeah.
do it on your own time, Tom. Because that's just crap. So, all right, Tom, Fenner, Polo, and Corey. You played with Corey and Fenner a couple of years worth of juniors. So how long you played with each of these guys individually?
So Corey and I want to say we met. He threw a number out the other day. that I kind of went along with because it sounded right. I think it was 16 years that Corey and I have played together. We met when we were pretty young. I want to say maybe around 10. It could be earlier than 10. It's definitely earlier than 10. Playing Little Rockers on the East Coast. And then eventually we started, kind of formed our own junior team and then played with his brother as well. So I think like formally it's at least 16 years with Corey. And then with Mark and Alex, we started playing after Steven Dropkin, Corey's brother, had aged out in 2012, and we've been playing together ever since 2012. So that's at least 10 years with Mark and Alex, and then the addition of Joe the last 3 to 4 years ago. So long time.
It's a long time. Do you guys still get along?
No. When we have to, we get along. Like we're family. And sometimes I think we do a great job. We don't really ever get sick of each other. Corey and I have been rooming together for almost 16 years. So sometimes we try to switch it up, but no, I mean, I'd keep playing with these guys for the foreseeable future. I don't think any of us really have any issues with each other, or our personalities mesh pretty good. We joke a lot. We just give each other a hard time, really. We didn't used to do that. I'd say we used to be a little bit more formal and try to be polite to each other all the time, but now we could care less, and if there's an opportunity to put somebody down, we'll do it.
That sounds perfect.
It does sound good.
I have noticed that like when Schuster was at the Olympics, like they're doing the same thing. They're joking with each other, and just playing really loose. I think that helps a lot of teams. On the ice.
Yeah, like with that team, with the Schuster team, like Matt keeps it light. Who keeps it light on your team? Is that?
A lot of time, I think that's one of my roles on the team. It might not always seem that way sometimes. I care a lot about playing well and our team doing well, but I throw in a lot of jokes all the time. When something inappropriate is said, or if there's an opportunity to make some kind of joke on the ice, I have no problem winking at somebody or doing some kind of laugh or, taking the heat off a little bit. Mark will probably be the first one to tell you I probably, talk his ear off too much sometimes on the front end. We spend a lot of time together. So I like to think I keep it pretty light for these guys. And then Joe, he's the even keel kind of guy. He's the perfect kind of vice you would look for in a team because he's so level-headed and calm, cool, and collected that he can keep his cool for the skip and the front end. And, he's kind of the great equalizer, I think, on keeping everybody cool. And then I'll crack jokes, but we've gotten to a point where everybody is comfortable cracking jokes in the hack. I'm the only one that'll really talk while I'm sliding. So that's why I'm giving myself kind of the crown. But
there you go.
We all kind of do it.
Nice.
You got to be a little careful doing that because if you give too good of a joke while you're sliding, then the sweepers can't sweep for you because they're laughing.
Right. And that's happened. That's definitely happened.
Oh, yeah.
That's happened to all of us.
Yeah.
Nice.
My wife, I said tonight at dinner, I said, we're got Tom on the show. You got any questions? And she said, who's the worst person to room with because they snore too much? But if you room with Corey all the time, do you actually have an answer to that, or are you just?
Yeah, Corey's the worst person to room with, definitely.
But you've been doing it for 16 years. You just taking one for the team, or?
No, absolutely, he's the worst. For a stretch there, he used to love to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and get himself ready and do some push-ups and sit-ups in the room when it's still pitch black, like not turn a light on and do some push-ups. And I'm trying to sleep and I hear I don't know if that keeps from the audio, but I just hear huffing and puffing, and I'm trying to sleep, and it's 4:30 in the morning, or he'll be doing a plank, and you'll just hear him grunting, trying to get through this 5-6 minute plank. Well, I'm trying to get my 6 hours of sleep and get up and get ready to sweep a couple rocks. So I've roomed with the other guys before, and none of them do that, so I don't have any problems.
They're all much more normal. So, yeah.
So, I mean, since Joe's been on your team, he's had a kid, so Joe just wants to sleep. I imagine he's the best roommate. It's like, what are we going to do when we go back to the room? We're going to fucking sleep.
We're going to nap.
That's what we're going to do.
We keep Joey young, though.
Yeah.
Joey will typically stay up. I mean, sometimes he's up later than a couple of us, but we keep him really young. That's we pride ourselves on that. So, and Joey's good for it. He's young at heart.
There you go.
So he'll watch Star Wars, all the iterations of Star Wars all night long. So he can stay up late.
There you go. There you go. Nice.
Does he still like to drink rum?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we all adopted it to some extent, but Joey and Alex are probably the best on the team at putting down rum. And then Corey's a close second. I'd say Joe and Alex are pretty tied, and then Corey's up there. I'm less on the rum train, but I don't discriminate.
Fair. I see you're drinking
yeah,
a nice white wine this evening.
Joe had a lot of years of practice playing with Pete Fenster on that team. They were professionals at drinking rum, as the stories go.
Yes,
Speaking
they were.
of
That's
rum.
why I asked. And
I got
I think that Alex just inherited that, probably.
Here, speaking of rum, I got this for our last show. If it's our last show. If it's not, I'll bring it back. I got some nice bourbon. We're going to have some bourbon.
Great.
You shut up.
What kind of bourbon is that?
I got New Riff. It's a single barrel.
Okay.
It's supposed to be pretty good. So
Okay.
we're gonna try it out.
Okay.
I was there.
haven't had it before, but
Yeah, I had you at single barrel, right?
you have me at single barrel.
Yeah.
Ask some
wish I was-
questions.
I'll ask some questions. How many Junior Worlds did you go to?
3.
3. And what years would that have been?
2012. I went with Steven Dropkin and Corey and Derek Corbett and Cameron Ross. And then 2013, that was when Corey and I teamed up with Mark and Alex. And then we went in 2016. So 2012, 2013, 2016. And 2016 is when we won silver in Copenhagen,
Kubenhaven, whatever. That was when somebody fell under a tractor and the Canadians saved their life, and you guys were just dinking around curling the whole time, right?
That's right. Actually, I think we were just in front of them and we watched it.
What?
And then they.
I gotta hear this story. I've never heard this story.
We gotta start over.
Start over.
Start
that story.
What the hell?
You probably, since you were there and you watched the whole thing and then didn't do anything to help, maybe you should chime in and just tell the story instead of me.
Wow.
Because I only heard it second or third hand.
No, I don't know the story because I think it happened because you could walk to the club.
Okay.
I want to say it was a half a mile walk, but it was nice weather. So you'd walk from the hotel to the club. And I believe it happened on that walk. And I think we were either just in front or just behind. So we heard the story when we got to the club. So we didn't actually see it. But I don't really know the story. I completely forgot about it until you said something. But I vaguely remember that I can't remember who it was. Was it maybe Kyle Deering?
Yeah, I think it might have been Kyle, and I don't know who else was on that team. I can't remember, but they were. My recollection of the story is they were walking to the club, and there was some kind of a construction accident, like a tractor or like a little mini backhoe or something like that fell over on a guy, on a worker, and was like crushing him. And these guys like ran to his aid and like lifted this thing off of him.
Dang.
And
Yeah, it was
Or
Team
lifted
Dunstone.
it enough that he could get out.
yeah,
Wow.
So I don't know if it was all of Team Dunstone or just parts of them, but I think that sounds accurate.
We had
Matt on.
We had Matt on last year.
Last year during the
Yeah.
Briar watch party. He came on for
Well,
a little bit.
we'll have to
Ask
again.
him if we ever see him again.
The tractor story.
Yeah.
I missed that episode.
You didn't come over. I don't think you were skiing. That was your
Yeah,
that was
I
your
ski during the
skiing
Briar.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
At Little Switzerland.
No, I was out west. Little Switzerland is a ski hill about this big and near Milwaukee. No, I was out west with some friends.
Yeah.
So
He skis in Colorado
Yeah.
like a fancy dude.
fancy. So by the way, when you do decide to
Big Veil guy.
when you decide to retire from curling, you can know that skiing is so much more fun than curling, than competitive curling. I am enjoying that just till no end.
I almost ended my curling career skiing at a curling tournament in Italy with Chris Plies and Sean Baton and Corey and Steven, actually.
We'll tell.
So I was,
You can't get that far and then not tell the rest of the story.
we were skiing the Italian Alps. It was either a day off or the day after the event.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing at Quills, and we were racing. We had a couple beers, probably more than a couple. We would stop at every chalet going down the mountain, and big mountain skiing, there's 4 or 5 chalets on the way down, so you stop at every single one, have a beer, ski to the next one, have a beer. So we were doing a whole day thing, and storm rolled in when we went to go do our final run at the top of the mountain, and we decided it was a good idea to race. And we came down this narrow chute that we had done it 4 or 5 times that day, so we thought it was nothing. But it got really foggy, and visibility turned into like maybe 8 or 10 feet in front of you. And it was me and Chris right next to each other, and we were neck and neck trying to beat each other. And I caught some ice and went off the cliff. I mean, it was straight off a cliff, must have been 100-foot drop. I mean, I was dead, definitely dead. But they had the orange fences, the orange fences that line ski, but they were laying out. So I'd never seen it before, but they were laying out over the cliff. So it's like, this is the cliff.
Yeah.
And then the fence lays out like this.
Yeah.
And it lays out for like, 15 or 20 feet. It was huge. And I basically woke up because I blacked out, and I was laying in the middle of this fence, just suspended over this cliff. And it was like out of a movie, you just see the snow, falling down to the cliff, and you watch the snow hit the bottom. And I'm like, I mean, that's me if this thing gives way. And so I'm handing my skis over to Chris and to Sean, and then they're trying to figure out how to pull me up and out of this fence. It was crazy. It was wild.
Did they get you out, or did like ski patrol have to get you out?
They got me out, yeah. But we didn't have time to wait for ski patrol. I mean, I had to get out as soon as possible, or that thing was gonna rip.
Damn.
Well, that's a good story.
That is a good story.
Man,
Holy
I
shit.
can't believe I never heard that.
It's too bad the visibility wasn't even a little more. Then your teammates would have saw you just go off this cliff and.
Fuck. Wow.
Well, they thought I was gone. They thought I was gone because, they couldn't see, so they just kind of. I think I was trying to make a slick move to get behind Chris, and then it didn't work out, and I caught some ice and caught an edge at the same time. And then I don't know, Chris would have to tell the story because he probably just thought it was over, like I was just gone. And then you kind of had to look down. You had to look down, and this net was there. It was it was wild.
Call Chris Plies right now.
Somebody make a note of this, so when we do get Chris on the show,
Finally,
Yeah.
a reason to have Chris Plies.
Yeah.
a reason to
finally
get
you're
Plies
Chris
on.
Plies on the podcast.
So you said you woke up and you blacked out. Do you think you like knocked yourself out, or do you think you blacked out because you saw you're going over the cliff and like I'm gonna fucking die and that's
You
it?
just kind of like fainted for a split second, and
I think,
Or
yeah,
both.
I think it was also, I might have been intoxicated. It might have been a little bit of intoxication
Yeah.
coming to a head with the fact that my life was
over.
flashing before my eyes.
Jesus. I
I
can't
lost
even imagine that. Holy shit. Were you
Yeah.
like sober as soon as you got your skis back on? I imagine you were.
Oh yeah, actually.
Oh,
It was
a
the,
joke, but holy shit.
That's a super fun story, though. Like in
Yeah,
It was
hindsight,
the grappa. We were drinking too much grappa, I think,
Oh
probably.
yeah, that'll get you.
But
Yeah, that-
it was fun. Overall, I wouldn't trade that trip and that opportunity to ski for anything. It was a lot of fun.
We had Ed Lukowicz introduced our team to Grappa at the '03 University Games. So
There you go.
Yeah. I
good
know how
old
that
Fast
went.
Eddie. It was good.
Got it. That's a hell of a story.
that's a good story.
Dang.
Maybe we should just end the show.
Yeah, we should. And cut.
And we're done. Thanks, Tom. Thanks
After
for
20
coming.
minutes, there we go.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have led with my good story. I should have saved that one then.
It was a perfect segue in, though. Like, you had the opportunity. We were talking about skiing, and then you came up with the
that was
dandy
good.
of them all.
That was good.
So
That's an old comedy trick.
Yeah.
To tell the joke when it's relevant. But it wasn't a joke. It was a story.
There
still
you go.
Should write
Still.
that down.
strike when the iron's
Tell-
hot, or
yeah.
something like that.
Tell these-
Where did you start curling?
I guess technically, my parents curled in the Boston area at the country club TCC, and then also at Broomstones. So I was born and kind of was on the ice first in the Boston area, and then grew up and really started curling at Plainfield Curling Club in New Jersey. That's where I learned how to curl and basically grew up playing there. So
Got it. How far is it from Plainfield up to Broomstones?
about 4 hours.
Okay.
Got it.
So that's how I had met the Dropkins, the entire family, because my parents were familiar with the area when they had moved from Boston to New Jersey, and then I had started playing in Little Rock or Spiels, and we would drive up to Broomstones 4 hours and play and do all that stuff.
Got it.
Or-
So you probably didn't live in Boston long enough to have an accent, right?
Oh, I wish I did, but no, I
No,
didn't.
not even when you start drinking or anything. Like it comes
No.
out. No.
No.
Why do you wish that?
I mean, all the greatest actors are from Boston.
Whoa.
What?
Wow. Name one.
Wahlbergs don't count.
Yeah.
Matt Damon,
Shit.
Matt
Mark,
Damon, and Ben Affleck. I mean, that's all
Ben
you
Affleck.
need.
We said good actors, not actors.
Yeah.
oh, come on. No. Marky Mark's awesome.
I like Marky Mark.
Don't cut that guy short.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He's entertaining.
He's awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever.
I wish
Okay,
it's
okay,
it's
well.
abrasive. It's abrasive
Yeah.
sometimes, and it can be fun. At least I have a friend who lives here in Milwaukee, and he's from Boston, and he does not fit in really, accent-wise and personality-wise in the Milwaukee area with his Boston accent. But it's awesome. Everybody loves him for it because he just is who he is,
Got it.
and that's why we love it.
All right.
Fair.
I can get on board with that.
So you've lived in a lot of different places. What are your sports team affiliations then?
This is where I always get in trouble. I am a New England Patriots fan.
Okay, time out. Where have you lived? Because I don't know all the places where.
Well, he grew up in Boston.
Okay,
then
Boston,
he lived in
New Jersey,
right around New York City, in New Jersey, and then he's lived in Milwaukee for quite some time now. So he's been around a little bit. So
right, yeah.
Okay.
So those are the only three.
Those are the only three. Okay, all right. So you're a Patriots fan. Whatever.
I'm a Patriots football fan. I grew up a Yankees fan.
It's like the worst
Which
of
is-
both worlds.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful.
I'm gonna go on record and saying I don't mind the Patriots. That's fine. And I'll take that shit. Anybody wants to divvy it out, but I like watching good teams win.
I've since turned into a Brewers fan, so I'm definitely on the
Thank
Brewers train now. I've been in Milwaukee for almost 10 years, so I never had a basketball team. I went to a couple New Jersey Nets games before they were Brooklyn, and that was fine, but I just was never a huge fan. But the Bucks, I mean, you can't beat living in Milwaukee and cheering for the Bucks. So.
Bucks and 6, baby. Bucks and 6.
It was electric last year. I went downtown for a couple of those games, and it was.
Oh, I can't imagine. That would have been awesome. It looked like it was such a party.
The Buck, like the outdoor. I forget what
The
it's
Deer
called.
District.
Yeah, the Deer District.
The
That
Deer
place
District.
was
Yeah.
bonkers.
Yeah, I think there were like 8 bazillion COVID cases that came out after they won the finals, but nobody gave a shit.
Nobody
so.
cared.
Yeah.
Worth
No,
it.
it was wild.
Hashtag
It was
worth
wild.
it.
for those that survived,
Yeah, I'm sure they all survived. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Most. Better than most.
What'd you think of the whole? Let's go back to curling for a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
I like it.
Because
is a curling
nobody
show,
wants
yeah.
to talk about the Yankees and how
No,
much everybody
no,
hates
I
them.
hate the Yankees.
I feel like we should end it.
A different show, Craig. Different show.
And the
That's
show
a long
now.
story.
Anyways, no. COVID and your curling schedules. Obviously it screwed things up. You didn't get to go anywhere. Nobody did. But do you think that helped your team, hurt your team, didn't affect your team?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know. Obviously, not playing consistently, you could feel it at times. Definitely, my perspective from the sweeping side of things, definitely you could feel it. And I don't think there's anybody that wouldn't tell you. I mean, when you go and, for instance, go and try and play a world championship without playing a regular season, you're going into that first game trying to catch your breath. And you're just trying to get through those first 4 games to try and get the soreness in your arms out, the soreness in your chest, and getting your lungs back. When you have 7, 8, 9 events to prepare you to go into a long week, like a trials or a nationals or a worlds, it makes a huge difference. So that definitely hurt. And it's tough to prepare yourself for that. You can go to the club and do all the sweeping drills you want, but it's hard to prepare for 2.5 hours of 15 to 20 second bursts of sweeping, without boring yourself to death, trying to do that on your own. So that was tough.
Boring. You're trying to do something like that. Impossible, mentally to do that.
Yeah. So, but team-wise, I think, I don't think we suffered that much team-wise. I feel like we picked up pretty good from where we left off. I think our last event was in early 2020. Was a slam in, I can't remember. I can't even remember where it was. It was some slam in Canada, and we qualified there, which was our first time qualifying at a regular slam other than a tier 2. And we felt really good after that. And then the whole COVID thing broke out, and we got to play a couple events and did pretty well, but Chemistry-wise, it was all fine. Nothing had changed. I think shot making, it was tough to get in a groove. So you feel it. You feel it on that. Probably the most, shot making and sweeping and finding a groove, because you're going maybe 4 or 5 weeks without playing an event, and maybe you're going 6, 8 weeks without playing an event and trying to figure it all out again. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that, because I know we all also enjoyed a little time down. It kind of, we got to feel what regular life was like. And I say that in the sense of, we're not traveling every weekend. We're at home with our significant others, with our family. I know the world was, obviously it was a bit different, but we got to see what regular life was like for a little bit, which I think all of us kind of enjoyed, as much as we were itching to get back out there.
Tom's using quotation fingers when he's saying regular, for those of you not watching the show. So. But yeah, I agree with you that what was regular the last year and a half, 2 years, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely different for you guys, where you were not curling, 5 out of 4 weekends a month, So,
how was the ice at Worlds? I saw some news reports that, mainly Brad Gushu was not happy with the ice. How did you guys think it was?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I think any championship you go to, it's a long week. The ice is going to change 2 or 3 times. I think, Craig, when you go to pre-event practice, the ice is usually pretty swingy and then and pretty sharp. And then by the time you hit the ice for the first game, it's probably calmed down a little bit. And then midweek, it's maybe a little bit different, getting a little bit more consistent. And then end of the week, it's maybe a little bit more straight and tracky. That's pretty much how it was. So I don't think that was too unexpected. I think some of the ways in which it was a little tricky caught some people off guard, but I don't mind it, because when you go to an event and the ice is the same every single game, it's a little bit boring in my eyes. And keep in mind, I'm a lead, I'm a front end player. So, my role is, I'm not seeing all of the game. I'm seeing kind of the same things over and over again. I'm watching the tracks, and if I'm always watching the same track, it's pretty easy to know what's going on. So I like the little challenge of, hey, maybe it's a little straighter here, maybe it's curling here, maybe there's a fall here. There's some missed shots because somebody, set their out turn out or turned it in. I think that's exciting, to be honest with you. There's no doubt the ice was a little tricky. We're playing in the desert. I think the ice crew did the best job that they could to get the ice playable, and it was definitely playable. I didn't watch the final. I don't know what the final looked like. I know that that's where a lot of complaints came from, and it's always tough when there's a lot of people in the stands and you're the only game out on the ice. The ice is always going to change, and you got to be ready to adapt to that, which I think every team is trying to do. And missed shots make the game exciting to some extent too, versus everybody making every single shot. Sure. At least from a player's perspective. Maybe not from a TV watching perspective, but overall, I thought it was good enough to hold a world championship, and the cream of the crop rise to the top, and I think they did.
I did have a source tell me that there was a hiccup with the cooling plant.
I heard some dumb things happened. I heard a door got left open. There
was a door that they were getting deliveries from that was left open a lot.
Yeah, something like that.
And it was, it's Vegas and it's hot, so that's gonna change the.
I heard that there were some dumb things that happened that made.
I'm sure it was a combination of all those things. Made for some spots, but.
I didn't hear any of those stories. But I've seen a lot of comments about people saying you should never host a world championship or a high caliber championship in the desert again.
And how many events have they hosted there?
A few.
They've
hosted a couple Continental Cups, and
this isn't their first Worlds, right?
Something else, but regardless, the ice guy at our club, Tom, was on the crew there, and I think he conveyed some stories to some of our club members, and we got those things like secondhand. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason I know that some of that stuff potentially happened. Whatever. Like you said, I think it gets boring when it's the exact same every single time. It
does.
I mean, I can see it both ways. That you want it to be consistent, just like you want an umpire to be consistent when he's calling a strike. I know your baseball guy is like, there's a lot on the line. Like, you can't miss strikes. Like, you can't have bad ice. But at the same time, like, both teams have to play on it. Whoever figures it out first has the advantage.
Absolutely.
I think there's something to both sides, but I agree with you in general that, like, if it's always the same, it's boring.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm called to throw a hack weight hit that's half buried around the guard,
as long as it's not an intern.
As long as it's not an intern, right? Well, we'll just take an extra foot of ice. That's what we'll do, and then if we're looking at that, but I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm called a shot, I'd love to just recall on muscle memory for the whole week. This is what I've been throwing every time, and I know I'm going to make it. And you have the confidence that you're going to make it. That's great for me, but when you're playing a 2.5-hour game, sometimes a 3-hour game, and nobody's missing any shots, it's just like you need a couple missed shots to kind of get your blood flowing again. Your opponent flashed a hit, or wrong-sided a hit because they just didn't figure out that spot in the ice, and that makes it exciting and gives you an opportunity. Okay, we can capitalize on this and make it hurt a little bit. That's where the excitement comes for me, I think. But I like consistent ice too. I just don't like when the team we're playing is making every shot on that consistent ice.
Fair. All right. Let's go to the first ever
We have a new feature.
CurlingNation Trivia
Challenge. Yes. I like it.
If it goes well,
We'll bring it back.
maybe there will be a second ever CurlingNation Trivia Challenge. The rules are,
Okay.
I'm going to ask a question,
All right.
and you're going to write your answers down,
Okay.
and then I will somehow award points
Oh.
for correct answers.
Okay.
Can only one person score at a time, or everybody can?
No, if everybody knows the
Everybody
answer, then everybody gets a point. If some of these will be closest to,
Oh.
Sure. If there's a certain date of something, then
Okay. I like it.
yeah. So like I
Don't cheat.
think on the closest to, like, do you think we should do just the person who's closest gets a point, or should we do 3 points, 2 points, 1 point?
You decide. I'm not making this up.
Okay,
You figure it out.
I will decide.
I want a million points.
Question number
right.
1.
All right.
I'm strangely nervous.
This is
All that high school test anxiety just came like rushing back.
so. This is going to be a multi-point question because there is
Oh
several
my God.
facets to this
Jesus.
question.
I was told there'd be no math.
In order.
Oh God.
Try in order. First, second, and third. What country has won the most men's world curling championships? Who's got the most? Who's got the second? Who has got the third?
Okay.
And
Wow, that's tough.
and the second part of that question, since you're coming up with your teams anyways, how many have they won?
Oh, for Jesus
Oh
Christ.
Jesus.
It's you
Honestly-
just guess. Yeah, just guess.
11D.
11. We don't even know what country you're talking about, though.
Correct.
I need how many each the first, second, and third place teams have won, not just the first, not just the nation with the most wins.
I already know I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong.
Well, with that kind of attitude, you are going to be
I'm
wrong.
locked in, Johnny. Mike.
I'm as wrong as I'm ever gonna be. So
Okay. Has everybody got their answers?
yeah.
I'm ready.
Tom, you're the guest. What are your answers? Canada, Norway, Scotland.
All right.
You got first right and third right.
Damn it.
You are not very good on your guesses of numbers, but I'm going to give you 2 points.
Wow. Way to go.
I'm going to give you 2 points because you got
Congratulations,
first
Tom.
and third correct.
Okay.
Joel.
I got Canada, Norway, Sweden.
You are going to get...
With 27, 10, and 6. I get at least 2 for Canada, Norway.
No, Norway's not in the top 3.
I thought he got 2 points.
No,
for
he
second.
got Scotland. They were third. He got Canada and Scotland correct.
Okay.
Your guess of 27 championships is good enough that I'm going to give you 2 points also.
Wow.
But you have got both second and third place teams wrong.
Got it.
Mike, who do you got?
I have Canada number 1 with
Yes.
26.
Okay.
Great Britain / Scotland with 18
Okay.
and 2, and then I have the Swiss with 11 and number 3.
I'm going to give you 2 points too.
All right. What are the answers? What was the correct answer?
Y'all kind of were not great at this.
Shut up.
Canada was correct. They had 36 championships.
Oh, damn it.
Sweden, number 2 with 11. Scotland, number 3 with 5. And USA, number 4 with 4. But that wasn't part of the
This
question.
game's stupid.
Okay. Same question. Women.
Women. Oh.
Now, I will give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
The women's championship did not start until about 1978-ish,
Okay. All right.
where the
Women.
men's started in like the early 60s or maybe even late 50s.
Wow.
Done wink.
When did you say 76?
Late 70s, some point. I don't know exactly, but between 76 and 79.
Done.
I can look.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't cheating anyways.
Yeah, you're
Joel,
giving me dirty look. You're
Joel, you get to go
furrowing
first this time.
You're furrowing your brow.
I got Canada, Norway, Scotland. I was thinking Doherty Norby's gotta have a bunch of there
So
somewhere.
your 2 and 3 guesses are both incorrect. But you're pretty good on your first one. I'm going to give you 2 points.
Yeah, all right.
It was Canada, and 13's not too far off.
All right, I have Canada, 19.
Uh-huh.
I have Sweden, 7. Between Annette Norberg and Anna Hasselberg, it's got to be a bunch. And then the Swiss with 4.
You have all 3 teams.
Oh!
You've got Sweden and Switzerland mixed up.
Oh, no!
Oh,
Your guess for number of wins for Canada is quite good. Your Sweden guess is quite good, except they're third.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 4 points.
Wow!
rigged.
Woo!
Tom.
Rigged.
High five myself.
Tom, what you got?
Not very good.
Swiss, Canada, Scotland.
I I award you no points. May God have mercy on your soul.
No. I mean, you got the order screwed up, but your numbers are close for like overall. I'm gonna give you 2 points too, Tom. The results were Canada 17 championships,
Oh, I was close.
Switzerland 9 championships. They've won like 7 of the last 10 or something like that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys were
Yeah.
not paying attention during Women's Worlds.
Well,
No,
because they said that
Yeah,
like
Vinny
every
Felcher.
game.
I know that they had won like 4 of the last 5, but
Yeah.
I didn't know who was good before the.
Vinny Felcher won
Mary-
like 3 in a row.
She won a couple in a row, yeah, and
Mary Mott too, huh?
I don't know if Mary Mott ever even won one, but she
Got it. Okay.
But this team's won 3 in a row,
Yeah.
and
3 of the last.
what's
4.
her name? The one woman who throws last rock. She won one skipping as
Yeah.
well.
Tyrion
Alina?
Sony.
That's,
Pets, yeah, she won at least one by herself skipping.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you're right about it.
Okay.
And then Sweden has won 8.
Oh, that's close.
Wow.
So Switzerland
'Cause I
9,
had-
Sweden 8.
I had Sweden 9, but not in there.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got
okay.
4 points there. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, you've got a commanding lead.
All right.
What U.S. skip has won the most men's national curling championships?
Can I give a snarky answer?
You can give any answer you want.
The most U.S. curling championships.
And I will give you a bonus point if you... Well, after you give your first ones, I will
Did they
throw out...
win it? Did they have to win it each one as a skip?
Yes.
Or just
Which
Yes.
skip has won the most U.S. men's national championships?
okay? So they couldn't
As
have
a
won it.
skip.
Okay, all right. So the bonus is how many? How many have they won?
No, I'm going to come
not
up
the
with the
bonus yet.
bonus
Bonus
question
question coming up
in a
after.
moment. All right, does everybody got their answer?
I do. Yes.
Mike, you go first.
Paul Pustovar.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Tom. Pete Fenson, correct.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Poosty,
Poosty.
wrong.
I was gonna say Pete Fenson. I didn't think it was right.
I think that's a 2-point question.
My snarky answer was not Craig Brown.
Yeah, okay. So,
And I think I know
then the next question, the follow-up bonus question. Schuster is tied for second with 5 U.S. national championships. Who is he tied with?
Are you allowed to make trivia questions about yourself?
I am, but that would be incorrect if you guessed me.
That would be vain and also incorrect.
There will be one about me later.
Is this like the pub trivia? There will be an answer that's Craig Brown later in the show.
No, it'll be a Craig Brown related
Got it. Okay. Got
question. All right, Schuster is tied for second
Tom.
with one other person. Tom, who is it? Wrong.
Damn it.
Wrong.
Steve Brown.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Bruce Roberts
Oh.
would have been your bonus question.
I don't even know who Bruce Roberts is.
1974 world champion.
1976 world
76
champion.
world
Okay. How many times has the United States of America hosted the Men's World Curling Championship? And how many times has the United States of America hosted the Women's World Curling Championship? Keep in mind that sometimes they were a combined event. Most of the time they were not. So I need an answer for men's, and I need an answer for women's. Everybody got an answer.
Yeah.
I think so. It was USA, not North America.
United States of America.
Okay, got it.
Okay, Joel, you're up first.
Men, I got 2. Women, I got
Ooh.
1.
0
So wrong.
points. Terrible guess. Vegas has hosted it twice.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of that.
Joel.
Plus Bismarck.
0. Mike,
Men's 5. Women's 3.
you nailed the women's one. Woo!
3.
They have hosted three women's world championships. I am going to give you 1 point for that.
Men's 5.
Tom, what do you got?
Okay.
7-3.
7-3.
Oh, I bet that's the right answer for both.
It's 9-3
9
actually.
and 3.
But you know what, Tom? You were closest, so you get 1 point for each.
I want half a point.
I'll give you. I'll mark a half in case there's a tiebreaker later, because it was a pretty good guess. Okay, Hamilton McMillan and Hamilton McMillan Jr.
Hamilton McMillan.
Everybody
Jr.
knows
III.
this family. You have probably had to play against them several times. We have
last
drank
week
with them
even.
several times.
Oh no, not last week. They weren't at Laurels.
They were not there.
not there.
Between junior and senior, how many European curling championships have they won?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Ooh.
is a bazillion correct?
Bazillion is not quite correct.
11's pretty close.
European curling championships.
Yeah, Dean's probably got a bunch. Dean's got a bunch in there.
What year did the Europeans start?
Before either of these two started curling. So, like 60s, 70s, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it was around for several years prior to Hammy Sr. being old enough to compete. So it's a long event. How many between the two of them have they won? Tell me when you all have your answers.
I have my answer. Locked in.
Locked.
Yeah.
Who's first?
I'll go first. 8.
8. Tom.
5.
5.
I also have 8.
Oh, it's 7.
Wow.
Half a point for each of you.
All right. Woo. Suck it, Tom.
Tom, suck it.
But Moet, they won last year, right?
Yes, they have won 2. Young Hamilton has won 2. And the old
So
one
he won
5.
Did he win with
That's
like
McMillan.
Brewster?
Oh.
Did Hammy Jr. win with Moet and then with like Brewster?
No, I think he won with Moet twice. I think they
Twice?
won. I think they won like
They've won Euros twice?
the one in like 19, right before COVID, and then they won this year.
Oh. All right. Okay.
Okay.
This is fun.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you are enjoying this game.
What's the one about Craig?
Here it is.
I want to hear the one about
Oh,
Craig.
God.
Here it is. Question number 7. How many games has Craig Brown won at the United States Men's National Curling Championship?
Holy shit.
And after
I
you
think-
guys make your guesses, I am going to tell you what my wife answered for this question. How many games have I won? Any position.
At the dinner table, all of them.
In your mind or actually?
Actually.
Okay.
How many have I actually
This
won?
is provable.
What?
It
what
is
year?
provable plus or minus. I have like a plus or minus 2. Because I was going off of recollection of.
Okay.
I know all the years I was there. I am guessing a tiny bit
At
on
the national championship?
at the Nationals. At men's national curling championships. How many total games have I won?
What year did the Nationals start?
1957, I believe, was the first U.S. national championship.
A lot of games. Was it always 10 teams since '57?
I don't know how many there were back in 57. I do remember playing
You would've
14
played them all, though.
14
Yeah.
end games, but I don't remember how many teams I played back then.
All right.
Dick. Tell me when
I'm
everybody
ready.
has their answer.
I'm ready. This is I'm sure.
Tom,
way
you
high.
go first.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
150.
113. Joel, what is your guess?
in your mind, all of them.
In my mind, all.
That's what I was.
Otherwise, 48.
You're going with 48.
This is 143.
Mike! Amazing guess.
Yeah.
You are going to get 3 points.
Just because he's
Joel,
his ego.
you are going to get I'm sorry, Tom, you are going to get 1 point. Joel, you are going to get 0 points.
What was it?
146 or 147.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm not positive.
I just started doing the math between
I'm
like
going to recap.
how old you and I are, and how many times you would have probably been to nationals, and then how many games are at each nationals, like how many you probably would have won in 10-team fields, factoring in playoffs, and that's how I came up with that number.
Got it. Now, here, I'll give you a bonus point. How many nationals have I competed in?
Oh, shit.
Whoever's closest gets 1 bonus point.
I'm not even going to waste a piece of paper.
146.
You think I've won 1 game at each of them, huh?
What are you, Michigan?
Maybe curling's not your thing.
Got it.
Okay. Tom, tell me when you're ready.
I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Tom.
I'm going 18.
18.
12.
12.
I said 18 as well.
You'll both get a half a point. It's, I believe, 21.
Damn it, I was going to say 20. I thought that was too high.
1/2. 1/2. 0. My wife said 69 and then, or 68 or something like that. And then she just, when I said I said you're way low. And then she tried to do a little bit more math, and then she just apologized profusely because she's probably watched me win 68 games in person.
Probably.
And I played in a dozen championships before she even showed up. But
perfect.
Anywho.
All right.
Host site of the 1972, 1982, and 1992 World Curling Championships was where? I love the look on your face. If you're listening at home, you might want to just tune in just so you can see the look on his face. I don't know if he's going to show up on screen though if he's not making any noise.
No, he'll show up.
I'll put him up there.
We'll
Okay.
make sure he's up there.
All right.
Oh, hold on. I got no idea.
Joel.
Banff.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Your mom's house.
Wrong.
I had no idea, so I was coming up with something good.
Madison, Wisconsin.
Wrong. There's a connection. I'm going to give you a hint now. Maybe you guys can come up with it after the hint. 1992, Madison Curlers, Lisa Shanenberg, Lori Mountford, that team finished runner-up. In 1982, that was when it was both men's and women's at the same time, same place. 1982, Madison Curler Steve Brown represented the United States. 1972 is when Bob Labonte kicked a stone. All 3 of those things was in this town. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell with anybody? Does that give you a hint? Or are you all going to get zeros?
Was that the Curse game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that just happened. And it was in Canada somewhere.
Wrong.
No.
Okay, I think you're all getting zeros.
No, I don't know.
Joel's right in something, though. Tom, you want to even come up with a random guess?
God, I just saw a thing on that, too.
Tom's right. He's got a whiteboard. He came prepared.
I can't.
Joel, what do you got?
Albertville?
Wrong.
Yes.
Nagano. Wrong.
No.
It was in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, Germany. I thought I'd ask because they had 3 of them. I thought maybe you guys had figured that out.
Your mom's
No,
house.
0.
My mom's house. My mom was at 2 of those championships.
She probably was.
Watching. I think.
So I get a
I know
quarter
she
of a
was
point?
at 1.
Can I get a
My
quarter?
dad was at playing 1, coaching 1. Anywho, okay, this is a good question. I like this one because we like to all really think we know a lot about curling. And Tom, you were just competing at a World Championships, and you were, 1 shot away from going to the Olympics.
So this is to embarrass me.
This might embarrass you because I had no idea. I would have gotten this wrong as well.
Oh, well, I'm definitely gonna get it wrong.
How long is a curling sheet from
God.
hack to hack, hog to hog, hog to tee? I need all 3 of those numbers. Hack to hack, hog to hog, hog to tee.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all these wrong.
Wait, hog to hog. Okay.
Hack to hack, hog to hog, hog to tee. I played this game forever, and I would have just completely had to guess at all of these.
I think I'm pretty close on hack to hack.
So
Oh, no, this
hack
might
to
be-
hack, hog to hog, and then what?
Hog to tee.
Oh, this might be backline to backline. Shit. I'm gonna stick with this because I think I'm gonna get a point on that. Hog to hog.
Hog to tee.
A lot of thinking going on here. There's math going on in people's heads.
I was told there'd be no math.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, these
Feel
two
good.
These two aren't. You're a accounting professional, aren't you? So you're a little faster with math.
Hogline to
Finance-
T.
Financial, I can't count. I can just collect money.
Okay, great. We're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay.
Got numbers.
I'm not even close on hog to T, but I panicked. I'll go first.
You go first.
Hack to hack.
Hack to hack.
125 feet.
Wrong.
Hog to hog. 75 feet. Hog to T. 90 feet.
No, hog to the close tee.
Oh, hog to the close T. Oh, sorry.
Hog to the
Hog to
wait.
the, hog
what?
to
What?
Oh,
As you're throwing the rock, I was thinking
like
the
if you're
hog to
throwing
tee.
the rock,
Yeah.
it goes over the last hog. How
From-
far
like
is
if
it
you're
from that
taking-
hog line to the tee line?
oh, so
Like,
just,
Okay, so
taking a
change
split-
your
If you're
answers.
taking a split
just the
time.
scoring.
If you're
so
taking a
just
split
the
time.
scoring or the
Yeah, yeah.
the guard zone. Or
Yeah,
or
yeah,
from-
yeah. In play, a rock in play.
Oh.
Sorry.
So my last answer is 18 feet.
Okay, so you have guessed. I'm sorry. Tell me your numbers again.
Hack to hack.
124.
Hack to hack. 125 feet.
125. Okay. And 75.
Oh, that's feet. Oh, feet. That's,
Yeah, that's fine. That's what you said.
Yeah, fine. Whatever. Hog to hog. 75 feet.
Okay.
Hog to T. 18 feet.
Okay. Mike, what are your answers? I'm sorry.
I just answered.
That was you. I have to move you over here. Joel, what are your answers?
Hack to hack, I have 158.
Okay.
Hog to hog, 72.
Okay.
Hog to tee, 20 feet.
Okay. Tom, what do you got?
I have surprisingly, Joel and I got the same on number one. Hack to hack was 158 feet.
Okay.
Hog to hog was 108 feet, and hog to tee line was 20 feet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
None of you got any of the numbers exactly correct.
Super.
None of them.
Great.
Oh, wait a second. I take that back. Joel,
Yeah.
you got the hog to hog correct. 72 feet.
72. Oh, I was
Yep.
close.
72 feet. Okay. The hack to hack. 144 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Hog to
Wow.
hog, 72 feet. Hog to tee, 21 feet.
Damn it. 1 feet.
Joel, I'm going to give you 2 points.
I would give Joel.
Tom, I'm going to give you 1 point. Mike, you were the farthest away on everything.
He
so.
gets a strong pat on the head.
All
job,
right,
buddy.
so Joel, you're getting 2.
Hate this game.
Mike's getting 0. Tom's getting 1.
I get a participation trophy for that question.
Okay.
Craig, did you bring participation trophies for everybody?
I did not.
That's fine.
All right, we've got 3 more questions.
I like
If
this
Tom
game.
was here, we'd let him have some bourbon. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we
3
got.
3 more questions.
Okay. let's
What
go.
United States of America curler won club nationals, senior nationals, and world seniors all in the same year?
Club nationals. Wait, say it again.
Senior nationals,
Club, senior, and
senior
world
worlds,
senior worlds.
all in the same year.
Oh. Okay.
I'm trying to think who's on that team, but
I don't even think you got the right team, to be honest, but go ahead.
probably true. Wally.
Wrong.
I said the same as Joel Wally Henry.
Wally Henry. Who you got?
Jeff Goodland.
Jeff, you're all wrong. The year was 2015. You wanna? Does that change? That's your hint.
Oh.
They won
Mike
senior.
Barbaro.
Oh.
That would have been my first guess.
Yeah,
Wrong.
that would have been my first guess too.
Oh,
But it would have
was
been.
it- was it
senior
for Boney?
Worlds.
No.
No.
That's a good guess too, though.
No, we won in 09.
Dwayne Rutan.
Oh, wow.
Dwayne.
Fun fact:
Did he?
he was also in a tiebreaker in men's nationals, playing with Pusty.
He unofficially sponsored the show.
Congratulations, Dwayne.
He sent me that question.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a great
It's
question.
a great question.
that's a great question.
Okay, now I have 2 non-curling
Sponsor the
related
show again, Dwayne,
questions.
thanks.
Okay.
In two-
Non-curling
non-curling related.
All right.
In 2021, in all of Major League Baseball, how many home runs were hit?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit. Well, let's see. Too many.
That's a really tough question.
Hold on. How many? Let's see. There are how many? 32 teams? Right?
No, there's 30 teams in
30
baseball.
teams. Makes it easier.
You guys want a score update?
On what? The fucking shitty Cubs game?
No, on the
Oh.
standings.
Yeah, do it right. Yeah, that's fine. Sounds good. Then
Okay.
I can do my math here.
Okay, Mike is in the lead
Woo!
by half a point,
Woo!
Ooh,
with 11 points.
so half a point might come down to it.
I know. Hell yeah.
Tom is in second place at 10.5 points, and Joel has only 6.5 points.
I'm a second half team. I can pull myself out of it.
Okay, there's only this
swear.
question and one more though.
Okay.
Okay, this question's gonna be worth 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Who
Oh,
wants to
can I
go
change
first?
my answer?
Locked in. Go, Tom.
Oh,
Tom.
oh, wait, he's changing his
No, I'm
answer.
locked. I'm
Okay,
locked. I'm
Tom
locked.
first.
Tom, who you got? What do you got?
746.
In all of baseball,
You're an idiot.
0 points.
Go ahead.
I
Joel.
don't care if these guys are worse than you. You get 0 points for that
We're
answer.
counting, we're
Go.
counting beers too.
All home
All
runs
of
in all
baseball.
of baseball?
Yeah.
746?
I don't freaking know.
I put baseball sucks 6.02 times 10
0
to
points.
the 23rd.
All right. I think. Okay. My answer was too many. It was a record, and then my actual answer is 2,860.
It's also not a very good guess.
Really?
No, it was 5,944.
Damn it. See, I took 162 and multiplied it by 30, assuming that there was a home run hit in every game that every team played that year, and that was 3,860. And I thought that number was outrageous, and so I went to 2,860.
0 points for you two.
Damn it.
You know what? You were better than these guys. You get another half a point.
Way better. Way better. You deserve it.
You get I'm only giving you half a point.
That's fine.
Okay, so he's got a one point lead on you. Going into the final question, which will be worth 3 points, 2 points, 1 point.
Whoa!
For first, second, and third.
Look out. Non-curling related.
Non-curling related.
Okay.
And if it ends up being a tie between you two, I will formulate a tiebreaker question.
I like it.
How many quills are on a porcupine?
Oh, wow.
Is this American or
is this an African or European porcupine?
North American porcupine.
North American porcupine. Okay. North American porcupine. I don't know that.
Okay, I'm locked in.
I gotta think about this a little bit. Locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in?
Yep. I'm in.
Joel, since you're in last place, you go first.
8,494.
Tom, you are in second place. What is your guess?
88.
88? 88 quills on a porcupine?
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
He was thinking about the African porcupine, not the North
Mike, what do you got?
500.
My God, you got these are terrible guesses.
Really?
What
Yes.
was it, like 7?
30,000.
30,000? Are you serious?
30,000.
I was closer.
What?
Mike, congratulations. You are the champion of the first ever trivia. I have to say, all in all,
I mean, I was thinking. So, like, here's how I came up with 500. 30,000 seems outrageous.
How many hairs do you think you have on your head?
Not well, I guess 30,000 probably.
Porcupine's bigger than your head.
I was thinking about like when a dog gets in it with a porcupine. Right? They probably get 20 quills or so. 20, 30 quills.
Or like all of them that, according to Tom.
Yeah,
every single,
all of them.
every single quill.
Yeah, 88 was a terrible answer.
A whole bunch of naked porcupines just walking around out there.
But I was thinking that, like, so you get about 20 in it, and that's, like, I was thinking that was maybe like a 10th. Not even a 10th.
That's
why I went up to 500. Like,
well, you still won, but that was a terrible answer. Joel,
terrible.
You had like yours was a respectable answer. When when the question popped into my head, trying to think of some stupid random ass question, I just thought
I'm fact checking
15,000
right now.
That was my guess right off the bat.
That was your guess?
Yeah.
30,000?
15 was my guess.
15,000.
And if you just type in how many quills on a porcupine,
how many quills on a porcupine?
It's gonna say approximately 30,000.
Wow. That's fine. All right.
Wow.
Well,
an adult porcupine has about 30,000 quills that will cover.
I'd like to thank myself for being smart enough to answer these questions marginally enough to win this game. Yeah, thank
Congratulations.
you.
All right.
High five myself. All right.
It was fun. It might have taken too much time, but it was a fun game.
Are we going to shotgun the questions for Tom? The curling questions?
Here you go. Here's a trophy.
USA.
Congratulations.
USA.
Yeah. Well, actually, do we have any other like actual questions we want to ask him, or should we just talk to him about the normal post game?
So we like to wrap up our questions. We figured that you learned how to curl in Boston, which is wicked hot. Let's see. Wicked hot. Let's see. We're gonna run through these quick. You don't get to expand on these at all, other than maybe a couple. Other than your home club, what's your favorite place to curl?
Well, I gotta shout out my home clubs, Kettle Moraine Curling Club and Milwaukee Curling Club.
Well, KMCC. Woo woo.
Yep, the club I grew up playing at is Plainfield Curling Club. Other than that, I love Bill. I love Broomstones. I love St. Paul. I love the Granite Curling Club in Ottawa. I love High Park in Toronto.
That's too many. Pick one.
There's a lot.
Jesus.
I don't know. Broomstone is really sentimental to me. I love the fireplace. I love the loft with the pool table.
Nice.
Fair.
My buddy Matt Rain curls at KMCC, so
Yes.
shout out to Matt.
Good friends with Matt.
Nice. All right.
That's not what he says.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's your favorite spiel?
Yeah, do you have a favorite spiel?
The Kettle Moraine Mixed Bond Spiel.
Nice.
And it's tied with Bond Squeal at Plainfield Curling Club, and then the Partyville Watermelon Spiel.
The
Oh,
watermelon.
wow.
Yeah,
Watermelon.
watermelon's a good time.
Those are some good answers.
Yeah.
Those are some good answers.
We haven't heard any of those yet, and
Yeah.
I like all of them.
What's your
Other than
longest
money-
seat spit?
Like maybe 4 feet.
You stink.
Not good.
Yeah.
All right. Have you won anything fun other than money or championships in a spiel or a
We won the costume contest at the Kettle Moraine Mixed Spiel this year. That was a big accomplishment. Really proud of that.
Nice.
What did you get for a prize for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the prize was an action figure because it was wrestling. It was WWE themed.
Oh.
Nacho Libre, and we got an action figure wrestler as the prize.
That's pretty good.
It's tied with in Belfast, Maine. I won a can of sardines. So
Also a good prize.
All right. Do you have a skill other than curling that you'd like to tell the world about, or talent?
I like to play golf. I wouldn't say it's a skill or a talent. I'm skilled at wasting time and money on the game that I'm not that good at.
Join the club. All right. Sounds perfect.
I think
That's
that
a
I've heard him karaoke a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
I think
That's
that's pretty good.
Not
I think
bad.
he's well above average in the karaoke world.
Nice. I like it.
I appreciate that.
What helped you along the way to be a better curler?
Playing in men's events at an early age. I remember, I think it was maybe 2011. The first time I beat Craig Brown was at the Fort Wayne Curling Club. I might have been 16 or 17 or 8. I don't know how old I was, but it was playing in men's, the men's game at a really early age.
Tom, I would like to ask a follow-up
That's nice.
question to that.
Yeah.
I remember that game. You beat us in the final. Do you have an approximate guess as to how many consecutive times I beat you after that game? Before you beat me again?
It was approximately 5 or 6 years. So,
Do you want to use the whiteboard for this?
yeah. Do you know the answer to that?
I can get close because I did not care for that loss. Partially because I didn't care for some of the reactions that happened during the game. Now, I was a junior at one point too, so I probably would have done the same thing. But there was a couple of trying to throw a peel and make the 15-foot run back and stick it on accident. And it was yeah, nice shot, and high fives. And there was 2 or 3 misses that were celebrated like they were incredible makes, and it stuck with me. So I kind of had a special place in my heart for beating Corey in particular, but you were included in that.
Yeah.
So I have a good idea.
Since,
But I don't know if I can tell you the exact number.
yeah, since callback, you've curled with them for 16 years. You got lumped in there, so
Yeah.
So
You're
what
welcome.
I'm hearing is we started the downfall. That was the end. We got in your head. And you never let it go.
True. I still haven't.
All right.
haven't. But I think it hit double digits
Oh,
consecutive.
absolutely. I was gonna say I think it was a 5 or 6 year streak until we beat you. The next time we beat you was at the Duluth Cash Field in an early morning 8 a.m. game. I think we walked you off in 6 ends, but I think we lost 12 before we did that.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
yeah. All right.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. That's a good story. You're going to a bonspiel. You can have anybody on your team, curlers, non-curlers, famous people, not famous people, more than 3 or 4 people, assuming that you're going to curl. Who's on your team and where are you going?
So I gotta just say it's cliche, but I gotta pick my men's team.
No. Okay.
At least go home.
Picture Joe.
Take Joe.
Yeah, taking Joe. All right.
No, I would pick my my catamaran mixed championship team,
Okay.
which includes my fiance Hannah and Doug and Jenna Martin.
Doug and Jen
And
Martin. That's a solid. That's a fun team.
We would go to Banff.
Banff.
I like
Banff
it.
keeps coming up.
Keeps
Banff.
coming up.
Keeps coming up in this show.
We
Or
should make more
Charlotte.
money so that we could go to Banff, like the 3 of us and somebody.
We would go to the Charlotte Curling Club and play in one of their mixed fields because those guys know how to party down there.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Good time.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
I like it. All right, last one. This is one I came up with. It's dumb, but I like it. If curling could somehow have a walk-up song, you like baseball, even your stupid Yankees. If you had a walk-up song, what would your walk-up song be?
So I got a couple for this one, I guess, like for different kinds of shots.
Sure,
Sure.
whatever.
Walk-up.
We accept all.
I think walk up would
Scenarios.
be "Here Comes the Boom" by Nelly.
Oh,
And it's tied with another song called "Bang" by a band called AJR. But "Here Comes the Boom" by Nelly.
I hate "Bang" by AJR.
Well, it's not your
No, it's not my walk-up
answer,
song.
so
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
If I was throwing a takeout, it'd be
So here comes the boom. Sounds like a interesting choice for a lead.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
ironic. It's an ironic song.
He hasn't always played lead.
Well, yeah, okay.
All
I
right.
like it.
All right.
Here Comes
Yeah,
the
go
Boom
on.
by Nelly.
Yeah.
Bang
So-
by AJR.
If I'm playing a hit, it's gonna be Dave Matthews Band, Ants Marching. If I'm playing a draw, it's gonna be James Taylor, Copperline.
All
And
right.
then if I'm playing a tick, it's gonna be either Ed Sheeran or Justin Bieber, something by them.
Wow, you're a hot mess.
You're
You
all
are
over
a
the
hot
place.
mess.
And the only time I've heard him sing karaoke, he was singing country music.
Wow. All right. Well,
Do you have any sponsors
Yeah.
that you'd like to shout
Who
out?
do you want to talk? Yeah.
Last thing would be
Who sponsors
sponsors.
your team?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks for all the support from Hardline Curling, Tin Can Fish, Remax Results. Last week, the Orleans Casino and Boyd Gaming, they were one of our sponsors. I'm very thankful for them for helping us out during the World Championships. And then our biggest sponsors, our friends and family.
Oh,
Oh, that's sweet.
gross. All right.
Do you have any? Actually, I'm going to back up just one second. I have a question I should have asked earlier. What's the team doing next year?
We haven't really talked about that yet.
Okay.
But we were thinking after the Worlds, we might, take 2 weeks off and then quit. But we'll figure that out. So
Perfect.
no, we haven't
Yeah.
talked about it. We still got one more event for the year. We're playing in the Champions Cup up in Alberta.
Oh, nice.
In 2 weeks. So we still got one more event. So we haven't even begun to
Yeah.
think about next year yet.
Got it. When are you getting married? I heard you said you were
July.
engaged. July.
Yeah.
Where?
All right.
Here in Milwaukee.
Here in Milwaukee.
Don't worry about it.
Fantastic.
You're not invited.
I'm
Actually,
gonna
you
crash it.
probably are.
I'm not invited yet, but now that we put some public pressure on them, maybe I'll get the random sympathy email, but
Sympathy invite.
but doesn't matter. I'm gonna crash it anyways.
Craig
So
Brown and the CurlingNation guys.
I'm just gonna crash it. I'll find out where it is.
great.
Don't worry.
We got some
I know
connections.
people. I know people who
Yeah.
are invited, even if I'm not.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate you coming on the show. You're my favorite young buck by a long shot. I like Joe too, but I don't really classify him as a young buck. Even though you try and say that you keep
There you
them
go.
young.
Can we get your merch anywhere? You have like
Oh yeah. What
Young
about
Bucks
that? What about the merch?
Yeah, you can find the merch at youngbucksusa.com, and then there's a store. So
there you go.
check it out.
All right.
Can I get?
But yeah, Joe is he's young at heart, but we call him Uncle Buck, is what we call him.
Uncle Buck.
Got
Uncle
it.
Buck.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any shirts with just your face on it at the store?
You know, for the right price, we can probably make it happen. Yeah.
I'm gonna consider a purchase if I can find a shirt with just your mug on it. That'd be. I'll wear it to your wedding.
I think
He's gonna
that's a
show up to your
compliment.
wedding with the Tom Howell shirt on.
I think it's a compliment, and I'm gonna take it.
It is. It was meant as a compliment. So.
All right. Well,
Yep.
enough sentimental baloney. Tom, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on your silver medal in the inaugural trivia contest. Good luck at the Champions Cup, and yeah, good luck going forward if you guys stick around.
It was an honor. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
You
Cheers.
betcha.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
See ya. All right, Curling Nation, that's it. It might be officially or unofficially the last episode. We haven't talked about it because we're not a professional podcast. But if it is, thanks for listening this season. If it's not, listen to the season 2, episode 15, because I'm sure it'll be great. If you want to get in touch with the show, email us, curlingnation@curlingnetwork.com. Otherwise, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter. We're at Curling Nation. Instagram, we're at The Curling Nation. Otherwise, listen, watch, whatever. Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, your favorite podcatcher. Find us. We're not a good show, but we're not a bad show. You know what you're getting. Otherwise, Venmo us at Curling Nation. We'll spend money on fun things like trivia contests and giveaways and whatever else, and you can win stuff. That's cool. Otherwise, that's all we have. I mean, it's the end. For myself, Mike McDermott, Joel Dietz.
Craig.
You heard it from the man himself. Curling Nation. Oh.